Are you about to buy a home here in Austin, Texas that you'll regret in 6 months? I'm not trying to scare you, but there are certain types of homes in this market that cause serious problems down the road, and a lot of buyers don't find out until it's too late. I'm breaking down the 6 types of Austin homes you need to think twice about before you make an offer. We're talking foundation issues from our soil, flood zones that don't look like flood zones, historic homes with hidden costs, unpermitted work that kills your resale value, oversaturated new construction communities, and homes that won't work long-term if you plan to stay here. If this is your first time here, my name is William Zhang. I am a real estate agent here in Austin, Texas. I help families just like yours relocate to Austin every single week. If you are looking to buy a home, feel free to schedule a call with me using the link down below. I created a free Austin relocation guide. It goes over all of the areas and home prices in the Austin area. You can download it for free using the link below. Now let's get straight into it. The first type of home you need to be careful with is anything built on expansive clay soil without the right foundation. Central Texas has a major soil problem, and most buyers have no idea until cracks start showing up. The soil here is expansive clay, and it expands when it gets wet and contracts when it dries out. That constant movement puts massive stress on your foundation if it wasn't built to handle it. The worst areas for this are east of Interstate 35, parts of Central Austin, and some neighborhoods in South Austin. If the home doesn't have piers, post-tension cables, or proper reinforcement, you're going to see hairline cracks or worse within a few years. Here's how bad this problem is. According to the American Society of Civil Engineers, damage from expansive soil causes more than $15 billion in property damage every year in the United States. That's more than floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, and tornadoes combined. And we have a lot of that soil right here in Austin. So what do? You need to know what kind of soil the property sits on and whether the foundation was built to handle it. Get a thorough inspection even if the home is newer. Ask specifically about the foundation type and whether there's been any prior movement or repairs. Foundation problems don't always mean you walk away, but you need to know what you're dealing with before you close. Now, the second type of home to avoid is anything in a flood zone without proper drainage or flood insurance already in place. Austin floods, and it happens fast. It doesn't rain here all the time, but when it does, the water moves quickly and it shows up in places you wouldn't expect. Some homes look totally fine on a sunny day, but they're sitting in FEMA-designated floodplains. The city of Austin estimates over 4,000 structures are located in areas with a 1% annual chance of flooding. That's what they call a 100-year floodplain, and it means there's a real risk every single year. Here's the part that shocks buyers. Flood insurance in these zones can cost over $3,000 a year, and that's before any rate increases. I've seen buyers fall in love with a home in South Austin that checked every box until we pulled the flood maps. The house had flooded twice in the past decade, and the seller had already installed French drains and a sump pump just to manage the water. Even with those upgrades, the insurance quote was still over $3,000 annually. That changed everything for them. So before you make an offer, always check the floodplain maps. Ask the seller about drainage and any flood history. And if you can walk the property after a rain, do it. Water problems are sneaky and they're expensive to fix. The third type of home I'd be careful with is historic homes that haven't been updated in decades. I get the appeal. These homes have character, they've got crown molding, original hardwood floors, vintage tile, and all the charm you could want. But here's what else they usually have: a 50-year-old HVAC system, knob and tube wiring, and original windows that don't seal properly. The charm is real, but so are the costs. A lot of these homes haven't been touched in decades, and what they need isn't just cosmetic. We're talking about electrical systems that need complete rewiring, plumbing that's corroded, insulation that's non-existent, and sometimes asbestos or lead paint that needs professional remediation. That stuff adds up fast. I've seen homes in Hyde Park and similar neighborhoods where the curb appeal is stunning, but once you get inside, you realize the home needs $50,000 to $100,000 in work just to bring it up to modern standards. And that's before you even think about cosmetic upgrades. Here's what a lot of buyers don't realize. The city of Austin has strict requirements for permits and updates on these older homes. You can't just hire someone to rewire the house off the books. Everything needs to be permitted and inspected, and that takes time and money. So if you're considering a historic home, you need a thorough inspection from someone who knows what to look for in older properties. You need a realistic renovation budget. And honestly, you need to be ready for surprises. These homes can be worth it if you love them, but go into it with your eyes wide open. Now, the fourth type of home to watch out for is anything with unpermitted renovations or garage conversion. This is more common than you'd think, especially in older Austin neighborhoods. You'll see a beautifully finished garage conversion or an extra bathroom or even a second kitchen that looks perfect. But if you look at the permit history, nothing was ever filed with the city. That's a problem. Unpermitted work happens when homeowners do DIY upgrades or hire someone off the books to save money. The issue is you're taking on someone else's shortcut. And here's why it matters. If the work wasn't permitted, the lender won't count that square footage in the appraisal. So if you're buying a 1,500 square foot home with a 300 square foot garage conversion that wasn't permitted, you're only getting credit for 1,500 square feet. That affects your financing, your insurance, and your resale value down the road. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. The fifth type of home I'd avoid is new construction in oversaturated communities. New construction is tempting. Everything is brand new, it's move-in ready, and it feels good to walk into a model home and picture your life there. But sometimes what looks like a great deal up front creates problems when you try to resell. And that happens a lot in neighborhoods where builders have overbuilt. I've seen communities just outside Austin with beautiful homes, great trails, good schools, everything you'd want. But when you check the numbers, there are 70 plus homes on the market in that one subdivision alone, and they've been sitting for months. That's not the situation you want to walk into as a buyer, and it's definitely not what you want as a future seller. When you're one of several hundred identical homes, it's hard to stand out. Resale becomes a challenge, especially if you're competing against builder incentives or if interest rates go up and demand cools off. So before you buy new construction in a big development, have your agent check the inventory levels and the absorption rate. If homes are sitting for months and there are dozens on the market, that's a red flag. It doesn't mean you can't buy there, but it does mean you need to be strategic. Make sure you're getting a good deal and understand that resale might take longer than you expect. Now, the sixth and final type of home to think twice about is multi-level homes. If you're planning to stay long-term, this one's less obvious, but it matters more than people realize. Multi-level homes can be beautiful and they offer a lot of space, but stairs become a challenge over time. Whether it's for you or for aging parents who might visit or live with you, the layout of your home matters when mobility becomes a concern. If you're planning to stay in Austin for 10 or 20 years, think about how the home will work for you down the road. You don't need something labeled senior-friendly. You just need something smart and accessible. Single-level homes or homes with main floor living make life easier as you age. It's not about limiting yourself. It's about thinking ahead and making sure your home works for your life in the years to come. So those are the 6 types of Austin homes you need to think twice about. Every property has pros and cons. It's about knowing what to look for and what questions to ask. If you are looking to relocate to Austin, wanting to buy or sell your home, be sure to schedule a free consultation with me using the link down below. You can also call me, text me, or email me. If you want to know the where should you be living in Austin, Texas in 2026, you can watch this next video.